Okay, so what I want to do is I want to remember this situation. I didn't come over here and see more here. Okay, so the New York sessions appear to be the leaders, um, like running the show, and, such. So I see how in London came down and swept. See these 212 midnights? Well, actually, Asia did, and London did it in good. Okay, so swept New York and then rose. Now it rose up to this last up close would have been the first confirmation, the first activation of this in the lower portion of this range, breaking into quarters. This here, once broken down below here, this would have been a bullish order block, and it would be an order block in the sense that it was able to that price stayed in this area and then left, and not so much so that it made, so basically this order block, as you see, it made a gray pool that makes this down close significant because price turned at that point. So price ran down, swept this low here, and then created a gray pool and went away. So this is a significant point. And then price came back into it during this session. The max it got to was all the way up to it went up 3 quarters up to the last quarter. Didn't come into it, dropped down and filled the entire thing, but then respected the bottom portion, especially body wise. You can see here the bodies have respected that, the line here, and then ran off. So we have 75%, 0, breakthrough. And that's why I want to remember. Came in up to 75, came down to 0, respected 0, and then ran up. And it happened after a sweep of New York liquidity to the left. Okay, so the thought may be, okay, hey, when should I have gotten in? We see here that this was it didn't rebalance completely. This wick, came up, didn't rebalance completely. This is 7 o'clock, and then we see it breached this fair value gap here. And then came down here. So a breach of this could have been a breach of this fair value gap, could have been, an entry point on a lower time frame as price was bouncing around in this area. That would have been an entry point. The biggest signal would have been, because it could have come, now even if we would have got in here, we would have to have been careful over here at the 50% mark. But this here is the big signal. Price closed above the 50%. And then this is an immediate rebalance. So this immediate rebalance would have been an entry for long. Okay, because this created an immediate rebalance. And then this would have been along with a stop loss below here, out of the 25. And the target would have been would be the body here. I'm thinking of this body here. or let me see, 3. Yeah, either the body on this one, or it should be taking it all the way out. We also see that oh yeah, this midnight was taken by this here. Well, the new day is what actually matters. I probably would have brought it to yeah, because this midnight is for this whole day. It's midnight, Asia, and then this is the well, Asia is the new day, but the new midnight is down here. So so then this wasn't tagged in the new day, like this is the same day. So I would have been targeting the there. But yeah, to you know, I would have targeting this high here, Asia high. But the bodies are spots where price can turn around on the open or close. So that's the type of move that I would have been expecting. So it would have been a 25 in that. And we see here that it just took it out. Boom. That would have been that. And what time did this confirm? 8:30. So and we see here we have this news that came out at 8:30. So expecting this news to happen, and then we see the structure. You know, we're checking to see that this is a pattern, like we're seeing a pattern where it hits 75, body respects the 0%, and then runs through, you know, taking out, you know, these all this structure. So or at least, you know, taking out London high, you know. So the question is you know, this gave an immediate rebalance. This could have the news, we know that the news often sometimes will come down and spike through things and then go. That could have happened. The question is, you know, I would have to make a choice whether I'm going to take that risk, to risk the 25 or extend it down a little bit more and you know, take that chance for this news release. But this was the momentum was going up. It just swept the New York session all the way over there, and this New York just swept. This becomes an inversion fair value gap. You know, pull it over. It was respected here, and not only was it respected here, it respected the inversion fair value gap here. It then also stopped on this significant PDArray here at the body, and then immediately ran up and was beginning to gain momentum. And then this here was a strike here of this here. So the chances are, and it closed above the 50. And knowing the news was coming out, more than likely I would have entered right before it closed. Hopefully they would have took my order. And then you know, I would have put a stop loss down here. It would probably been more. I would have probably put it more like that. And then have it run. All right, later. Remember this. Okay, so we have okay, here we go. We have 75%, drop down to 0%. That's this here. This was an important point. Came up to 75%, drop down to 0%, meaning at there. Blast through, return to 75%. Remember, it was 75% on this side, now 75% on this side. It reached for 75 but closed at 50%. This is good. So it was able to come down into the 70 and then 75 area, then come up. It swept the focal point. Remember, I said this was a spot that was critical to get in. So that stop loss, if it would have been below here, if it was right in the line, it would have got tapped out. But if it would have been below the 75, it would have stayed in play and continued through. So that focal point, fulcrum, is where price likes to return to and then go and blast off. So and this was the target up here, the last 12.5, which I had gotten tapped yesterday, blown through yesterday, and now it can go all the way through, or it can basically prepare to go back and forth in this range here. But the low of this range of the yesterday's New York got swept, and now the high can get taken, or it could come and respect this order block that's here, and then and then make its way down. But it did not get to 2.5 on the weekly or the daily. Let's just do that real quick. So this is 2, almost came up to near virtually 50%, but then 2.5 is there, and then I believe they're gonna run it for their symbolism 33. I believe 33,000 is their target at minimum, and then 4 is all the way up here at 35. But I don't know. I just really feel that they're gonna run it to 33 and then turn around. In the end, that's probably a target. Later.